Well, there's playmakers all over the field tonight as we get going. Another week of the Allen Law Firm Friday Night Rivals presented by your local Honda dealer. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Cardozo alongside the former All-American Shannon Snell. We've got the state-ranked Buchholz Bobcats teeing it up tonight against the Eastside Rams. Well, Shannon, I'm excited because this one, we're going to see some studs running around Citizens Field tonight.
Jeff, this is our rendition of Friday Night Lights, right? We got the East Dillon Lions versus the West Dillon Panthers. So we're going to see some really good football here tonight.
Yeah, we certainly will be. So let's get to it. Our Sonny's Barbecue recipe for success for tonight's game. Sonny's Barbecue, local pit masters since all the way back in 1968. So Buchholz, a 2-0 team, obviously playing really, really well. They've got a whole bunch of big bodies, but what do they need to do tonight to stay on track?
You know, they got to get the ball to their playmakers. They got some really talented athletes, some committed athletes to colleges. They got to get those balls to the playmaker, get them out on the edge, and let them get to the end zone and play discipline, right? We saw a lot of penalties here in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that tonight. Play disciplined football and get after it.
And for Eastside, not as much size and girth, but these guys really play hard, and I think they're excited to certainly be here and have this opportunity.
Yeah, make it a dogfight tonight for them. You make this a downright dirty game where you're playing clean, but you want to run the football, you want to keep the ball, keep it out of their playmakers' hands, and really get after it and move the chains in the running game, right? They're going to run the ball a whole lot. Try to move those chains in the running game and really play some good football here.
All right, so this was a hard one. A lot of studs for Buchholz. They're going to get after it. They've got a couple of offensive weapons. Gosh, their D-line might all go to D1 schools. That's how good they are. But there's a guy that wears number 0, if that's even a number. That's pretty special.
Yeah, Quan Lee. He's one of my favorite players in North Central Florida. Look, he's a UCF commit. He is one of the best playmakers that we will see this year. So if this kid gets the ball in his hands, look out. He's energy in a bottle.
Yeah, he certainly is. And for Eastside, they've got guys that are going to play a couple of ways like we've seen a lot of different times this year.
Yeah, Darren Smith-Williams. Look, listen, he plays some running back. He plays some linebacker. Last week he ran for 125 yards and a touchdown. He's got to get the ball. He's got to get some yards. And he's got to get some touchdowns if they want to beat the Bobcats tonight.
Well, it's almost as beautiful a night as Shannon is beautiful in the looks department. We'll have it. We'll get after it. And that all comes next. It's Allen Law Firm's Friday Night Rivals presented by your local Honda dealer. Okay. Thank you.
What's up, brother?
Check 1 2 1 2 3. Hey everybody, welcome tonight. Shannon, talk.
Check 1 2 3. Check. Check. You hear me? Everything good? Check. Yes, no, maybe.
Got it. Okay, gotcha. We are just about ready to go, but before we do, it is our SkyTrog Free Service coin toss presented by SkyTrog Free Service. Stay motivated. Looks like Eastside has won the toss. and they have deferred until the second half. That means the Buchholz Bobcats will be first. And Shannon, it's an electric offense we're really excited to see tonight.
Yeah, they got a lot of playmakers, Jeff. They got the guy we highlighted at the beginning of this broadcast, Quan Lee. Listen, that guy, and I follow him on Twitter. I've talked to him. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and undoingly so. I mean, the kid's one of the best players on this Bobcat team, and they're one of the best teams in North Central Florida. So to see this guy with a chip on his shoulder, you know he's going to be dangerous.
Well, and you saw the guy that was a captain for Buchholz as well, Adrian Sermon's #1, another guy to look out for, a senior, 6 feet, 165 pounds. See the Eastside Rams getting ready to run out. One thing about it, a cat could never, is what the sign is. And that's always a cool part about high school. You get the cheerleaders out there, they're skipping class so they can build the signs and make it all fun. It's a big night, an absolutely gorgeous crowd. We had a little lightning delay, so we're starting about 30 minutes late, but skies have cleared. Lights are, of course, on here at Milton Lewis Stadium, Citizens Field, and these stands are absolutely packed. And here come the Eastside Rams. And on the other side of the field through the smoke, the Buchholz Bobcats.
Yeah, Jeff, this is an electric atmosphere. Both these teams, they travel well. This is a mutual home field that they share, and, you know, they turn out. Both crowds turn out well every single time they play.
All right, before we get going, let's toss it down to the third member of our team. That is Josh Miller down on the sidelines tonight.
Jeff, we got a great game, crosstown rival here in Gainesville. It's a battle for bragging rights. Buchholz 2-0 from that hot start. Look out for Quan Lee, the UCF commit. And how about for Eastside, 0-2, but they've been playing strong. And look out for Tyler Brooks for that team. Should be a great one here at Citizens Field. Jeff and Shannon, I'm excited to be here with you guys. Back to you.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. We're excited as well, and you can definitely tell the stands are excited. You see them right now, a great student section. We got here about 2 hours before the game started, and the students were already out. They're dressed up in, I guess, cabana gear, and Shannon joined in on the theme, too. He's got a Speedo on tonight, which is a little concerning, but, hey, it's under the desk, so we're good to go.
Yeah, you know, I had on jorts last week. This week a Speedo. I got to change it up.
Yeah, stay with the theme.
Yeah, man, I got to change it up. Make sure I'm keeping up with the times, if you will.
All right, so we are ready to go. You see the Eastside Rams in white. They are the home team. Buchholz, of course, in dark black unis, black and gold. That has been so familiar with this very, very good varsity football team for Buchholz.
Yeah, Buchholz state ranked, right? We're talking about one of the best teams in North Central Florida. They're one of the best teams in the state of Florida. So, you know, looking forward to them putting on a show and looking forward to seeing, you know, what Eastside does to counteract this really powerful attack they have.
Well, we're here in Gainesville. A lot of Gator fans watched the Olympics over the summer, and they heard the name Caleb Dressel. Well, that is the name you're going to hear right now. He is the kicker for Eastside. Of course, not the same Caleb Dressel. This one, a junior, 5'10", 165 pounds, and he's about to put his right foot into it, and we are going to get going here on another edition of Allen Law Firm's Friday Night Rivals, presented by your local Honda dealer. There's the whistle. Dressel looks up and down, left and the right, and he is ready to put that right foot into it. And here we go. A nice kick right down the center of the field. That'll back up the Buchholz receiver to the goal line. And there's that #1 that we talked about. Adrian Sermon's on the return, but a nice job by the Eastside coverage team as he barely gets out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, these Eastside guys on the sideline, they're fired up, and that's, you know, come out, make a good special team tackle. Let's get your defense fired up because they're going to need every bit of oomph they have right now to slow down this Bobcat offense.
So here is this Buchholz offense led by their quarterback, Creed Whittemore. He is the coach's son, already committed to the University of Florida as a wide receiver, but he will play quarterback today.
Yeah, absolutely. A really great athlete. You're going to see him running around. He can throw the ball around a little bit. As you see, Quan Lee, who we talked about, Adrian Sermons, this team is full of athletes, so we'll see what they can do and how explosive they're going to be tonight.
That's your Allen Law Firm starting lineup. Allen Law Firm, real Gator lawyers fighting for you. And here we go, a little end around to get things going, and there is that #1 who just returned the kickoff, Adrian Sermons. Gets a gain of about 4, but you can see Eastside flying around the ball here in the early going, led on the stop by number 35, Jaden Manns.
Yeah, you see these guys. Look, Buchholz is their identity is to get outside, get their guys in the space, get those football in their hands, and try to make people miss one-on-one, break tackles, and to try to get out in this open field. Great tackle right there. Really great start by Really great start by Eastside.
Whittemore in the shotgun. He'll go deep out towards Quan Lee. He's got it, and this one is going to go all the way. So just like that, a big hitter. The two big players that we talked about, Creed Whittemore airs one out to Quan Lee, and the UCF commit puts them up 6-0 just like that.
There goes that man. That's who we talked about, Jeff. That's Quan Lee. Took it, and not wearing number 0 like we talked about. He's wearing number 7, takes it down that right sideline on a fly pattern, catches it in stride, perfect throw, and takes it in for a 6. Reservations for 6 there.
On to attempt the extra point, Reed Russo, a junior. Not often you see the kicker wearing number 82, but that kid must be good. That's what I wore in high school. Shannon, 82, so he's got to be a stud. He's got to
be the man, actually. And a heck of a start right there. We knew this team was explosive, Jeff, and they just showed exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the telecast.
Yeah, a lot of the fans got delayed, but they got to their feet right away. Just 2 plays into this one. Buchholz, with the extra point good, takes a 7-0 lead. So now we'll see if Eastside can answer, as we'll keep it here. And how about Quan Lee? He's running out there on the kickoff team. No rest for him. He's going to be a part of this thing.
He does a lot. He does kickoff. Last week, he scored 2 touchdowns as a running back. So, I mean, this guy does a little bit of everything. And you can see why UCF is so in love with this guy, because he is electricity in a bottle. He is that guy that really can jumpstart an offense, or now, as we see, a defense or special teams at any given time. See that offensive line right there, and great blocking by them. They've been a real catalyst for why this Buchholz team has been rolling. These guys they were great last year. They were doing a great job blocking last year. This year they definitely stepped up their game. We talked to Mark Whittemore, the coach of the Buchholz Bobcats, and he's loving what they're doing on that front line here over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they've got a coach that's got more than 30 years of experience as coach at the D3 level. Been a part of this Buchholz program now, coaching the offensive line for the last 4 years, and you can definitely tell how good he coaches them up. Great protection there, and here we go. Kickoff, put a flag. Looks like Buchholz was offsides, so we'll run it back and do it again for 5 yards.
You know, that's 2 for 2, Jeff. We saw that last week. I mean, we talked about those penalties, and we've seen them in the last couple of weeks here on the on Friday Night Rivals. We've seen these penalties, these referees get a nice workout with that yellow flag. So
yeah, it's a crazy penalty too. I mean, just that half a step is not going to do much. Just wait back, do your thing, and allow the guy to kick it off and then get down the field.
Absolutely right. Kind of an unnecessary penalty. But hey, it is what it is. Just reset it over, get yourself some more cardio in.
So Russo will back things up 5 yards and get ready to kick it again. Couple of guys back deep for Eastside. They will have their heels on the 10-yard line. So not even a minute into this one. Buchholz is kicking it off. Here's a nice return. Darius Moore's got it on the run, gets out to the 40-yard line. A flag comes flying in quickly. We'll see how that one goes. Not the greatest of kickoffs. You're able to catch it on a line drive.
Yeah, Darius Moore caught that on the run, and kind of a squib kick, a little bit different from that last kick they just got, but he was able to get that on the run and really get it up to the 40-yard line. Unfortunately, holding's going to bring this back some, but it was still a good kickoff return there.
So what was good field position for the Eastside offense? Not so much. That's going to back them up. Alex De Leon is the Eastside head coach, former member of the Buchholz staff. And here is the offense that will lead him. It is our Allen Law Firm starting lineups. Allen Law Firm, Real Gator lawyers fighting for you.
Yeah, Holden Johnson, Darius Moore, Daniel Fudge. Those are some of the guys that are going to get the ball in their hand tonight. But keep an eye on Darren Smith-Williams, who just was playing defense, number 8. He ran for 125 yards last week and a touchdown. That guy needs to get the ball if this offense is going to be successful.
Holden Johnson, the quarterback. And for the 3rd consecutive play, we've got a flag.
Kind of a theme. Somebody might have jumped a little early there.
False start will back Eastside up.
And this is one thing Eastside does not need to do. They do not need to give a team this good as the Buchholz Bobcats any extra motivation or any extra field position because you got to eliminate those silly penalties because you don't want to start first and 15 or second and long. You want to make sure that you're getting the good amount of yardage on first down here.
No, it looks like we're finally ready to go.
Strange whistle there, but it is what it is.
And another flag. This is 4 consecutive plays now. Well, I guess you could say 3 because 2 of them when a play hasn't been run yet. Might be another one of those nights, folks.
Yeah, move it back. You know, you give them the Eastside offense jumps off sides. Now the Buchholz defense jumps encroachment. They give them that 5 yards back. So it is what it is. It's almost like the play never happened, which it didn't.
Well, we saw in the PK Hawthorne game that we did last week, 8 consecutive plays have a penalty.
You think they're trying to top that?
It might be. Might as well knock it out early.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So a false start backs them up, and offsides puts them back to the 30-yard line, and they'll finally run a first down play here in a minute. As the quarterback, Holden Johnson, looks over to the sideline, gets a new play. Freshman signal caller. Flashing the signs. They'll hand it off. Tries to go off tackle. Does Chris Bishop, and he's met by a couple of Bobcats after a gain of only a couple of yards. There's the Buchholz defense. Another bunch of guys that fly all over the place. But Shannon, the biggest part of this D, they've got some size on that D line, and they expect to pressure the quarterback all night long.
Jahari Clemens, the guy you just saw make the tackle right there, along with Colton Orth. Look, there's a bunch of guys, and also talking to Coach Mark Whittemore, he said the trenches have been the best part, or have been the part that really stepped up over the last couple of weeks and made things difficult.
Yeah, Gavin Hill, you see him number 6 there on the far left end. He's 6'4". And not much running room right there at all for Eastside as they try to go to the right side.
Yeah, number 8 there, E.J. Gaston, came up from his safety position, flying up, and made that tackle for minimal gain. And this is what you're going to see from Buchholz. You're going to see a lot of athletes across the board, shooting gaps, making plays, and that's who they are. Really, really well-coached team with a lot of great athletes.
So it's 3rd down. About 8 yards to go for Eastside. Darian Smith-Williams in the backfield now. He'll be to the left of Holden Johnson. 4 wide receivers will go out for Eastside. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And Johnson's throw is into the dirt. Nobody there. And it will fall harmlessly, and Eastside will have to kick after a 3 and out to get their offense going tonight.
Yeah, nice job by that Eastside offensive line. They did a good job in pass protection. Gave the quarterback Holden Johnson some time to try to pitch that out, but Holden's got to hit those. He's got to find an open receiver and try to get that first down there and keep his defense off the field.
Quan Lee will be deep for Buchholz.
This is not somebody that Eastside wants to kick this ball to. As good as a receiver as Quan Lee is, he's just equally good as a punt returner. We talked about that lightning in the bottle. If this ball gets in his hands, he's liable to take it to the house.
Dressel will not get it off. It is blocked. Omarion Littles got in there in a hurry, got that left arm out there and knocked it down. And that is going to give Buchholz excellent field position inside the red zone when we come back. Their second series and only about 20 yards to try to score. It's up 7-0 here on Friday Night Rivals. Bobcats up 7-0. They have brought a great student section tonight, and an entire section here at Milton Lewis Stadium. And earlier, we caught up with Josh down on the sidelines, who was with some of the Buchholz student section, and they have brought us our Comfort Temp Heating and Air coolest fans of the game.
Section's so special.
I mean, look at this, man. This is special. You can't find this anywhere else in Florida. Look at us. We love our school. We love our people, and we love football. We love football.
All right, we got a big game tonight. Bragging rights for the city. Who do you got winning tonight?
Who do we got winning? We got Buchholz. We got us. We got us. I love CBC. We are the best in Gainesville.
There you go. Crazy bunch. Joel, the fan of the game. Everyone else at Buchholz. Back to you, Jeff and Shannon.
Josh having a great time down there. I'm surprised he didn't take off his shirt just to join in on the bunch down there.
It looked like he wanted to.
Yeah, he was ready to go. All right, a first down run by Marius Hill. Gains a couple of yards. A second down now for Buchholz as they are at the 10-yard line. Whittemore back. He will throw to the corner of the end zone. Whittemore has a pass complete, and it is caught. A touchdown. Quan Lee again, a delayed. No, that's not Quan Lee. That's Sermons on the other side. So Adrian Sermons gets into the fun, and those two guys that we highlighted said they were going to be a part of tonight. And after just 4 offensive plays, a couple of touchdowns already for the Bobcats.
Yeah, hell of a throw right there. Listen, there's nothing the Eastside defender could have did right there. But Whittemore put that right on the dime, and you see tight coverage, just a better throw and a better catch. So nice job by the Bobcats getting another 6 points on the board.
Reed Russo in to attempt the extra point. Flags on the play.
Surprise, surprise. And you're seeing exactly what we've talked about, is that the explosiveness of this Bobcat offense is just, it's unreal. I mean, they got a lot of guys around the field when they touch the ball, just good things happen. And that was just another example of it, getting that touchdown right there.
Offsides by Eastside. So Russo will get ready to try to punch it through again. Snap's good, holds good, and the kick is perfect. So a 14-0 advantage here in the early going for Buchholz. We have yet to play 4 minutes tonight, and already 14 points for the Buchholz Bobcats.
Yeah, there's Sermons right there, and they're all smiles right now, and why not? I mean, they're coming out and they're executing really well. And this is a team that has done well all season. They've really put it together, and they're really hitting on all phases, Jeff, where special teams, and there's the 3 phases of the game that we talk about: offense, defense, and special teams. These guys aren't missing a beat, and that's something you love to see, especially this early in the season.
So Whittemore off to a good start. 2 passes, 2 touchdowns. I would say that QB rating is pretty legit.
Yeah. What's a perfect QB rating? Was it 158.3?
Something like that.
The perfect QB. How did I know that? I'm not even a QB, Jeff.
You protected them for a while, though.
That is true.
So you need to know that they are good. So Russo will kick it off again. This kick much better than the previous one, and that one is going to get and settle inside the 5-yard line. Eastside let it hit, so now they're going to have to pick it up. And about 4 Bobcats down there on the coverage. Not sure you'll let that ball go there. Poor decision. And Eastside is going to be backed up well into their own territory.
Yeah, Andre Bradford right there. Looked like he thought somebody was behind him that was going to catch that kick, and it kind of fell there. And that's a live ball. That ball is live. So if he doesn't recover that and a Buchholz defender comes down and gets that, it is Buchholz's ball. So he's got to get on that and try to return it for some yards earlier instead of getting pinned down deep here. Now this Eastside offensive line looked pretty good on that last drive. Buchholz really ran to the ball and tackled well, but they gave the quarterback Holden Johnson a little bit of time. So being this close to the end zone, they got to try to get this ball out and maybe flip the field a little bit, try to get a couple first downs, keep their defense off the field.
Chris Bishop, the running back. And now we're going to get a timeout. Not the most ideal spot to use a timeout, coming on a change of possession. So we'll take a break as well. We'll come back and see what Eastside can do offensively. It's Allen Law Firm's Friday Night Rivals, presented by your local Honda dealer. Yeah, she's out there. A lot of smiles here tonight, especially from the Buchholz crowd. And here's our first half Pavlik Orthodontics Smile Cam. Pavlik Orthodontics, go ahead and smile. Eastside on offense for the second time tonight. Holden Johnson has Chris Bishop to his right, and we got another flag. Wow.
Yeah.
All of these flags when nothing's even in play yet. Offsides, false starts.
Yeah, and this is what we talk about, playing some good, clean football. Look, Buchholz is up 14-0. Kendall Jackson just jumped offside right there. That's just kind of stuff that you need to clean up, because you will not be up 14-0 all the time in the first half or in the first quarter. Those are the kind of mistakes that will get you beat.
Johnson will hand it off to Bishop. Right up the gut he goes. And a nice tackle there by Jahari Clemens. Big senior, 280 pounds, got him.
Yeah, good tackle there by them. And offensive line opened up a hole. You could actually see right through it right there, but it closed quickly. And, you know, with Buchholz, it's one thing that they do well. They tackle well, and they play great assignment football. If a hole is open for a while, it closes up pretty quick there.
Six-yard gain. So nice positive yardage there on first down. As Holden will hand it off to Bishop again. This time, a couple of Buchholz guys in there. First one, Nayron Jenkins, the senior, made a nice play.
And Eastside is doing exactly what we talked about. They're running the football. They got to make this game a little bit dirty, right? They don't have the same athletes that Buchholz has across the board. So you got to get down there dirty. And their offensive line, what they're showing tonight, they're doing a decent job blocking this front. So they got to continue to lean on them. Now it's third down, and they got to try to move the chains here. So, but they are doing a very, very nice job tonight blocking this front.
3rd and 2.
And the playbook's still open here, Jeff. They can run the ball. They can throw a little short pass.
They'll run it, and it looks like they'll get a first down. So nice 3 hard runs by Chris Bishop.
Once again, nice by Bishop, nice by that offensive line. You move the chains. That's great. Yeah, you get a first down. No, it's not points on the board, but it keeps your defense off the field. It keeps them a little bit more fresh. And it starts to weaken this Buchholz defense, which has looked good in the early stages of this game.
That's a Campus USA first down. Make Campus USA Credit Union a part of your financial game plan. Darian Smith-Williams, the running back now. Jaquez Hill, the up back. Hill will slide over in motion. And they'll hand it off. No room to run that time. Good pursuit from the inside of that D-line for the Bobcats.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jeff, number 15 there, Colson Orth. He came off that corner like nobody's business. He hit that in the backfield, and he knew that was coming up the middle. That was a nice play by him.
Yeah, Jahari Clemens in there as well. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with there at D-tackle. Again, 280-pounder right in the middle of that line. Here's another run, and going off the right side, 3 different Bobcats in there on that one, and there's Orth again.
Yeah, second time, and this time he was a stand-up linebacker. And we talk about athletes, we talk about the Quan Lee, we talked about Adrian Sermons. Well, there's the same thing exists on the Bobcat side on the defensive side of the ball. Right, and we just saw that with Ord making a tackle on the last play, and he was a stand-up linebacker on this play. So nice job by him. These athletes are really making some plays tonight for this Bobcat defense.
So Eastside with 4 wide again. Johnson will flip Smith-Williams to the other side, and a wrong route is run there. Holden Johnson was looking for the out, and the receiver was going up.
Yeah, it seemed like Johnson and Andre Bradford, his receiver right there, were a little bit out of sync. Holden thought he was running an out. Bradford thought he was running an out and up.
So you can see the communication issues. Somebody was in the wrong there, and it looks like it might have been the quarterback. Well, before the punt happens, let's go back down to the sidelines and see what Josh has to say.
Yeah, Jeff, we talked about Quan Lee before the game, the UCF commit. You'll see him all over the field, sometimes at cornerback behind the backfield, and certainly at wide receiver. You saw him that touchdown pass. Earlier in the week, I was talking to Quan, and he told me that he's still got something to prove. He said being from Gainesville, there's not much talent that comes out of Gainesville, but he's definitely proven that wrong. The UCF commit is excited to bring his talents to Orlando and the Big 12 now that they just joined the conference today. Jeff and Shannon, back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that, Josh? And Shannon, it's going to be unique now that UCF's a part of the Big 12, and you're certainly going to have a huge base of guys from all over the country, teams across the country. But you got Texas Tech, you got Baylor now in that conference. That's going to be big for UCF.
Yeah, it changes the landscape a little bit. It helps them with recruiting because now they're not an AAC team. They're part of the Power 5, which is every kid in the country wants to play for a Power 5 team if you're playing high school football. And that's great for them. That's great for the state of Florida, and great for a lot of kids that come out and want to go to a school like UCF.
Well, and there's Quan Lee, puts a little juke step on, tries to get to the outside, now cuts back in, and a nice return of about 25 yards there for Quan Lee. He slow played him, and then you could see the speed immediately as he got to the outside.
Yeah, that's the guy. I told you, punt returns are one of his fortes. And this kid's an athlete. I don't really care where you stick him. You're sticking him at running back, you're sticking him at wide receiver, which we saw that long touchdown. But now you see the shiftiness and the shakiness on his punt return. And, I'm excited to see what this kid does at the next level because I think he'd be something really special.
So Buchholz has only run 4 offensive plays, 2 runs, 2 throws, and both throws have been touchdowns. Eastside got a little anxious there, and that will be offsides.
You know what? If you're going to do something, do it aggressively. If you're going to get a penalty, get aggressive one. And as the season goes on, Jeff, I mean, anybody that's watched the broadcast here over the last couple of weeks have seen a lot of offside penalties, and we're still early on in the season where guys are still adjusting to the game. So those are going to happen. Those are going to be expected to happen.
Lee now in the backfield with Jackson Bruce, and they'll give it to him. He's got enough for first down yardage. Now running backwards. He's got plenty of green grass. We'll see if he can outrun this Eastside defense. Tries to get to the corner, not going to make it. But again, you can see the explosiveness, really familiar to another guy that we saw last year running around for the Gators, maybe in Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, that's the exact same kind of shiftiness that you saw last year when Kadarius Toney, #1, was on the field. Look, Quan Lee is that guy. He's the guy when the ball's in his hands, things happen.
And here's the tough task for these guys tonight, the Eastside defense.
Yeah, and they've been stuck in a couple of bad positions. They had some short field. They've done a decent job on some of these runs. They just need to kind of step it up and make the tackles. They had Lee for a tackle there, but they just kind of let him go, and he got a couple yards there.
Whittemore back to pass again. He's got another completion. No, the ball is going to be dropped. Not sure about that call. Looked like it was caught, and he ran for about 4 or 5 yards before then finally losing the football.
Yeah, it looks like they marked him down at the 1. He hit that pylon, which I thought was a touchdown, but he might have stepped out before he actually got the touchdown.
Okay, so it is a completion. Looked like the referee was running in and saying incomplete.
Yeah, I think those hands went.
He was marking the spot.
Yeah.
That's definitely a touchdown. Oh, great effort there Good effort there by the Eastside defense, but that was Jakari Kelly on that previous catch. What a heck of an effort by number 9, trying to be the 3rd different Bobcat to score on a touchdown reception tonight.
Yeah, and going back to a heck of a play by number 55, Ira Warren for Eastside. He just made a nice tackle for a loss on that play.
Whittemore O'Hara to Amarius Hale. He'll try to get up the gut, and he's not able to make it. So a couple of nice stops by the middle of that Eastside defense, and it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Being stingy right now. Let's go Eastside. This is what I'm talking about. Look, Bobcats are making this really difficult for the Bobcats right now.
They'll give it to Quan Lee this time, and he is stuffed by 2 different guys. Big old number 55 there for Eastside with a big tackle. That is Ira Warren right in the middle of it all.
That is back-to-back, and he's played well tonight. This is probably his 4th tackle right now. He's not letting things go past him on that inside, and nice job by him. I love to see a goal line stand, Jeff, because it is man on man down there. You know what they're going to do. Generally, you're going to have to run the ball in to get that 6 points, and they stopped them. They stopped that Buchholz offense, and really nice job by Eastside. That's something they need to get fired up about.
So Buchholz started first down at the 2. They're back to the 4, and now it's down number 4.
Jeff, that was
4th down.
That is what I'm talking about, a goal line stand. You know what? One of the most exciting plays in football is a kickoff return. For me, goal line stand is the 2nd best. That was a heck of a job by that Eastside defense of stepping up and stopping the Buchholz Bobcats from making this a 3-score game.
Yeah, really highly potent offense. And you got to give Eastside a lot of credit for stuffing them down in there. So the call does not go Buchholz's way. What would have been a potential touchdown as they get inside the red zone. It's brought to you by West Shore Homes, bringing happiness to every home.
Yeah, freaking nice. Just a nice job stopping them. And, you know, it was even more important that touchdown that never got called. That was a touchdown, which we saw in that catch right there. And they stopped them 3 straight times to turn the ball over. And now, here's the scary part, Jeff. This is the scary part about a goal line stand, is that now you are literally less than 5 yards from your end zone. You can't make any mistakes. There can be no holding calls in the end zone because that's a safety. Or, you know, there can be no tackles for a loss because that's going to put you behind the sticks.
Well, the only good thing about the delay tonight was we were able to soak in our Sonny's Barbecue. So I'd like to take a moment and thank the fine folks at Sonny's Barbecue for feeding our Friday Night Rivals crew tonight. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since 1968. Got an extra half hour to enjoy the grub tonight.
You do. It's always great when you get that extra time to enjoy that Sonny's Barbecue.
Nice pulled pork sandwich tonight. Here's a deep shot down the field, and that will be about 10 yards over the intended receiver for Eastside, Michael Williams.
Yeah, Buchholz going to be careful. If that ball was 4 yards less overthrown, that would have been, he would have been in the open field, and that might have been a touchdown. He'd have been going 96 yards. And Eastside is showing some real good fight here. They got some plays that they're stringing along. If they can hit some of them, Buchholz may be in a little bit of trouble.
Three receivers for the Rams. Two to the right, one to the left for Johnson, who gets a snap. He'll hand it right up the gut. And there's that stingy Bobcat D again.
Yeah, you see number 13 there, Darius Boyd, and on the tackle. And you see 3 or 4 guys hitting the running back every single play. One thing that Coach Mark Whittemore has preached to his guys about gang tackling, and they're doing a really, really nice job here tonight with it.
So that'll make it third down in about 7 for Eastside. Snap is good. Offensive line with some protection, but then as Johnson tries to run out of it, he is going to be stuffed by the big fella, 6'4", 240-pounder Gavin Hill.
Big old boy right there. Goodness gracious. Give himself a sack. Now, one thing is that was a coverage sack.
Yeah.
There was plenty of time to get that ball off. Receivers got to do a better job of winning. They got to win on the line of scrimmage. When you're 3rd and long and you're looking to complete a pass here, offensive line's doing their job. Got to give the quarterback, got to give Holden Johnson a shot of getting you out that end zone. Wide receivers got to win these one-on-one battles.
So Caleb Dressel in to kick it again. Quan Lee on the east side, 40-yard line. So Buchholz should get really good field position again. They've blocked one punt already and come close to blocking another, but we're going to get a delay of game that's going to push them back even closer to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's going to be a half a distance to the goal. So, you know, and we saw Eastside get one punt blocked already. So be careful that Buchholz is not going to come after this one. And it's almost like pick your poison. Stop the block, then you have to kick the Quan Lee, which is even more dangerous.
Well, now you don't have your normal distance between the snap and the punter. So he's going to have to get it off quick. Dressel does, and Dressel does get it off quickly. That'll bounce around, and Quan Lee will just let it settle. It'll be great field position again for the Bobcats. 35-yard line of Eastside is where they will take over for their 4th possession of the first quarter already.
Yeah, that was actually a good kick. I mean, it went 35 yards, but you prevented it from getting blocked, and you kept out of Quan Lee's hands. I think that's a win out of your end zone.
So Creed Whittemore leads his offense back out there. Amarius Hare will be the running back again. Adrian Sermon's single coverage out here to the wide side of the field. Whittemore's going to look the other way. He'll throw a little post pattern to Lee. He's got it at the 5-yard line, and another big completion there as Whittemore threw a dart to his favorite target.
Yeah, he had a beat on him too, and he ran a post pattern right there, got kind of right in stride. And you see, Quan Lee's not having to go up top for these passes. Whittemore's putting him right on the money. He's putting it right in stride. Nice job. And hey, Jeff, Quan Lee didn't go down. On that replay, he spun. His butt never touched the ground. That should be a touchdown.
Yeah, and he knew he didn't go down. He tried to make his case to the referees. Whittemore will pitch it back. Coming across the outside, and that's going to be a touchdown. A hit right at the goal line will cause a flag. But Jakari Kelly, who got in on the reception, but it didn't count, now gets in. This time we'll see if it counts.
He said, I'm getting my touchdown. He's like, I'm going to make this one, no doubt. Unfortunately, it's coming back.
A hold there by Buchholz.
Good play call right there. Unfortunately, when you're an offensive lineman, you're trying to block a reverse like that, you sometimes will get called for holding. Because you're trying to keep the defense going one way and somebody doesn't bite, you got to grab onto something because you don't want to hit your running back and quarterback. So that's exactly what happened.
So instead of a touchdown, the 1st and goal from about the 11-yard line for Buchholz. Whittemore looks out, says something to Sermons, his wide receiver. He's going to throw him a fade towards the corner of the end zone. High points it, and Sermons got it. 2nd touchdown of the night. Whittemore's got his 3rd touchdown pass, and just like that, it's 20-zip.
Goodness gracious, how pretty was that? And we were, it's like time froze in the air right there. He put it up top, right there for Sermons, right where he could get it. And we've been talking about Sermons, and we've been talking about Quan Lee and all those weapons. Let's give Creed Whittemore some credit. I haven't seen him throw a bad ball tonight. And folks, he is a commit at the University of Florida at wide receiver. Not quarterback, wide receiver. That just shows his athletic ability and athletic prowess and how well he's going for this team right now.
So another bounds, hitting an air touchdown. Turn to the experts and call bounds. Extra point is up and good for the 3rd time tonight. 21-0 with 1:20 remaining in quarter number 1 here at Citizens Field in Gainesville.
Yeah, these Bobcats are firing. Look at Adrian Sermons right here. Just an amazing job high pointing that ball, going up top on that fade and pulling it down. And it is what it is. It's like wash, rinse, and repeat. These guys are really putting out a really good product right now.
So the Buchholz faithful very happy. It's a happy sideline tonight. And we're happy to be here with you tonight. Alongside Shannon Snell, Jeff Cardozo with you. Milton Lewis Stadium at Citizens Field. It's been a staple in this Gainesville community for a really long time.
Yeah, some really, really great games have been played here over the years. Some really great teams.
So Reed Rousseau with another kickoff. Gets that right leg into it. Another strong kick. This one will be fielded this time by Bradford. And he's going to be tripped up. Nice open field tackle there by Jackson Bruce. And Eastside will start their 4th possession at the 20-yard line.
So Eastside hasn't done a bad job on offense. They've just missed some opportunities. They've kind of kept it penalty-free. They kept it a clean game. They've had a couple of running lanes. The offensive line, I think, in my opinion, has done a really good job against his front of giving Holden Johnson, the quarterback, some time. Now that we just talked about, the wide receivers need to win some one-on-one battles, and they really need a big play here. A big play to try to flip this field, to try to get themselves down there, get 3, put 6 up on the board.
Chris Bishop back at running back for Eastside. Johnson gets the snap. He'll hand it off to him. And he's going to be stuffed up. 3 different black jerseys there to make sure Bishop doesn't get too many positive yards.
Yeah, you see number 15, Colson Orth again. You see Tavares Williams, safety that came up earlier and really nice and made a nice tackle in the backfield. Same guys making the same plays. Like I said, these athletes out here really doing a nice job performing for Buchholz.
Micah Hudson now in the game. He'll be the tailback on the right hip of the quarterback Johnson. Johnson going to throw, slings it quickly, but the receiver not ready again. And that is Quan Lee on the coverage. I guess he can play some D too.
I mean, what can he play? You know, you see that yellow spat on his shoes, and you see it running around everywhere on the field. Look at that guy. He's going to be a guy that's sorely missed. UCF is getting himself a player. He's going to up that program. He's going to make that program better. But Buchholz is just reloading, as you can see. There's guys that are really they reload every single year, and it's really good to see.
Eastside with just 1 first down so far, and a snap happens. Quarterback was not ready, and Johnson just has to go fall down on it. So negative yardage there, and that's going to be another punt coming for Eastside as the clock winds down, and that should be the last play of quarter number 1. And for Eastside, I'm sure they're just happy to try to flip the field and do something different.
Yeah, see, I was just praising the offensive line. Quarterback wasn't ready. And that kind of stuff happens. You got to just make sure the quarterback's ready, snap is ready, so you don't have a fumble happen.
So the clock strikes 0. The Rams have 0 on the scoreboard, but not the case for the Buchholz Bobcats. A nice start for Mark Whittemore's ball club. 3 touchdown passes from his son Creed, 2 of them caught by Adrian Sermons, and they lead it 21-0. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Buchholz up 21-0 as we get underway here in the start of quarter number 2. Fourth punt of the night already for Caleb Dressel, the Eastside punter. He'll stand in his goal line for the second consecutive punt. Gets this one off again. Quan Lee's going to get it, and we'll see what he can do with this one. He's been so dynamic, and here we go again. Around the right side he goes to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown Bobcats. Wow. That's pretty much all you can say, as Quan Lee has been very, very special tonight. A 70-yard touchdown catch, now a 40-yard touchdown punt return. And just like that, the Bobcats are an extra point away from making a 28-0 game. So magic there, and magic now up here in the booth as Bill Allen joins us. And of course, this is our Allen Law Firm Friday Night Rivals. And we are happy to welcome in maybe the most famous Buchholz graduate of all time.
Right. Thanks, Jeff.
Welcome, Bill.
Hey, wonderful to be here. Just a great night. We got lucky for the second week in a row. The rain has left the building.
There is no flag on the play.
Just a beautiful night for football. Buchholz is rolling.
Reed Russo about to kick the extra point, and he drills it right through for the 4th time tonight. So a really nice start here by Buchholz at Citizens Field. And Bill, of course, was a Buchholz graduate back in the day. Now, were you guys playing on this field, or where was the field at?
Actually, when I played, Jeff, we played at Florida Field, which was
really
was nice. But yeah, I mean, it was nice, but they only opened up one side of the field, and actually this would have been more fun. A grass field back then. Florida Field was turf, so it was neat to play there. But we played Ocala Forest one time in front of about 22,000 people. That was pretty neat. That was neat. But yeah, no, this is a great atmosphere. I love Citizens Field. Practiced here a good bit. It really is. They've got a good leader in Mark Whittemore. He was there when our kids were going to Buchholz just 15 years ago. Has just done a great job as coach. Very energetic teacher. Taught both of our kids. Just a great guy. And obviously he knows what he's doing here. They've got a good thing going. Glad to see Eastside bow up and do a nice goal line stand there. Obviously a little bit outmatched this evening, but still fighting. It's good to see.
Johnson's pass is complete to Williams. Good for a gain of 4 on the play. 35-yard line by Williams, resulting in 2nd and 10. Johnson on the carry, down at the 49-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 3rd and 4. Johnson sacked in the backfield by Clemens, resulting in 4th and 9. Timeout, Eastside. That is the 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And Caleb Dressel in to kick the extra point. And it is perfect. So Eastside with a big touchdown, just over 50 yards, gets him on the scoreboard, and our new score now from Citizens Field. It is Buchholz 28, Eastside 7.
Pretty impressive, Jeff. That extra point would have been good from about 45
Yeah,
yards.
he smoked that.
He busted him.
Well, Shannon and I were down on the field before the game, and all the kickers were out there kicking field goals and stuff, and they were drilling 40 yards like it was nothing. So I whispered into Shannon's ear. I said, you think we can make that? And he's like, a little harder than it looks, Jeff.
Don't pull something. Yeah, I met the Buchholz kicker's grandparents coming in. So
awesome.
Congratulations. He's kicked a couple, too.
Yeah. So Quan Lee back deep. Already a punt return tonight and a touchdown reception. Jakari Kelly. He's trying to get into the mix. He's had 2 touchdowns really taken away from him tonight.
Quan is a special athlete. It's very obvious. Just watched him warm up before the game. I mean, he's got tremendous talent.
It just looks different.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I never looked like that.
A shorter kick this time. They're trying to keep it away from those playmakers. And it'll be one of the upbacks with the return out to about the 30-yard line. As that is John Hearn with the return. So Eastside back out there defensively, trying to get a big stop now, as this Buchholz offense has been really, really good tonight. 4 touchdowns already, and then got to the 2-yard line before Eastside stopped them. They've been chomping at that end zone all night. Whittemore back, he'll flip it out to Quan Lee. Bunch of white jerseys there, but he's able to avoid a couple of them before finally being taken down. Good strong run and a 5-yard gain here on first down.
Anthony Richardson last week, I think Emery said after the game that he told him he was going to go out and jump over somebody, and he immediately did it. So I look forward to seeing him play tomorrow too.
Yeah, that's not easy to do by any means. Well, and the fascinating part about that play was talking to Dan Mullen last night. He said that Richardson actually did some things wrong on the play. He wasn't supposed to do what he did and ended up making the most out of it.
He certainly did nothing athletically wrong.
David Schmidt checks in at wide receiver now for Buchholz. He will be Jakari Kelly in the slot. Quentin Cutler.
What? Got it? Yeah.
Whittemore back in shotgun. Goes out to the left. That'll be Quan Lee again. And he's got himself first down yardage at about the 45-yard line.
Okay.
Pass to Lee is complete. Brought down at the 44-yard line. Bringing up a first and 10 for the Buckeyes.
Just over 6 minutes remain here until halftime. Eastside's sending a blitz. A couple of guys. Whittemore able to roll away from it. Hasn't run much tonight, and he'll scamper out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain just shy of midfield. Whittemore, a guy that certainly has the ability to do that. Going to be a wide receiver at the D1 level. You got some quickness, you got some speed. But he's just been able to pick apart the Eastside defense with his arm tonight. They will actually spot it right at midfield. So a gain of 5 on first down.
Obviously trying to
check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3
Whittemore will
4
flip
5
it out.
6, 7,
That's
8,
Sermons
9,
again.
10. Check.
He's
1,
already got
2,
a couple of
3,
touchdowns
4,
tonight.
5, 6,
And number
7,
1
8, 9,
has
10. Check.
another
1,
first
2,
down.
3,
Good
4,
completion,
5,
about 10 more yards.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6:05 left in the game. Bobcats 28, Rams 7. First and 10's not working today, so we're using the chain gang, going based off them. Ball's on the 23, quarter 2, 6 minutes and counting. 5:58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am counting
Whittemore
down
gets
this
the shotgun
line,
snap
counting down
again.
the
He'll look
line,
down the field,
line.
post
1, 2,
pattern,
3,
and that is in
4, 5,
and out of the
6,
hands
7,
of
8,
Jakari
9,
Kelly.
10. 1, 2,
On that
3,
first down
4,
play,
5,
it was
6,
another
7, 8,
Campus
9,
USA
10.
first
1,
down.
2,
Make sure you
3,
make Campus
4,
USA
5,
Credit
6,
Union
7,
a part of
8,
your
9, 10.
financial
1, 2,
game
3,
plan.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Marius
6.
Hale in the backfield, but we're going to get a timeout. It'll be a water break here at Citizens Field. So as the teams get water, we'll take a break as well. You are listening to the Allen Law Firm Friday Night Rivals, presented by your local Honda dealer. This is off too.
It's on commercial.
No, it's been off.
Oh, it's been off?
Yeah, you did something when you were like flicking with wires out there, and it just went off.
I mean, you're just taking it from this guy. So. It hasn't been on for a minute. Oh, you know what? They restarted the live, and that's why. They reset it for audio. We should be good now. Good?
Yeah. All right, so his mic works?
Yeah, his mic works.
Okay.
Whenever something came unplugged over there.
About 5 minutes till halftime, and there is when we'll get the Chick-fil-A halftime report. This week's Find Far Cash and Parlapiano Scholar Athletes. Find Far Cash and Parlapiano, when you're injured, they level the playing field. We'll also talk with tonight's participating school administrators, plus Thursday Night Lights, Friday Night Rivals, highlights from all over the country. It all is coming up. Our Chick-fil-A halftime report. Chick-fil-A, real winners eat chicken. Right now, Buchholz is winning over Eastside 28-7. Jeff Cardozo joined by Bill Allen here in the booth. We've had a few technical difficulties, so we apologize for that, but Bill's mic is working again, although I would probably say that was the best commentary he's ever given. You guys weren't able to hear.
Thanks, Jeff.
Marius Hale right up the gut again. I'm not sure when the mic came out, but I think we're excited about this atmosphere. Certainly, we've been talking the last couple of weeks about high school football being able to go again. This is by far the biggest crowd. But this Gainesville community, including you and what you've done to help us bring these games to everybody, it really supports each other very well.
It really does. I mean, I know we're thrilled to be a part of it. It's just so good to get back out on Friday nights. It's been a while since I've done it, and I mean, it's just a great atmosphere, and getting to go around and see all the communities has been really, really fun.
Whittemore rolls out. He's got a guy in the corner of the end zone, and this time it is going to be a touchdown. Jakari Kelly finally gets one as he twirls, spins, catches, and falls into the end zone for another score, and that is Whittemore's 5th touchdown pass of the night. Really good catches by 3 different wide receivers tonight, and why Buchholz is so tough to defend, because you don't know who's getting the ball. Extra point is up, and it is good. So 35-7. Bobcats, and they answer immediately on the touchdown that Eastside just put up. So now we'll see if Eastside can answer once again before the half. Well, Bill, thanks again for coming by. It's been tremendous. Love having you out here. I know you're really getting a kick out of getting to these Friday nights, seeing these great student athletes. Yeah, certainly so. The great Bill Allen, we appreciate his time, and we'll bring Shannon Snell back in here to get things going. Thanks, Bill. Reed Russo. He's going to have to ice his leg tonight. Kicking off a whole bunch. He's already got some of that KT tape on that leg. As he gets ready to run into another one. Good kick this time. That's going to get almost to the goal line. It'll be handled again by Andre Bradford. And Bradford is going to be stuck. How about that hit? Tavares Williams normally plays free safety, and he was salivating on that one. So another big drive here for Eastside, but Shane, you got to give them credit. 2 big 4th down conversions. One of them, the huge touchdown. Guys breaking tackles left and right. They're still fighting.
Johnson's pass is batted down. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So Johnson back to pass again. He'll roll to the right, a quick hitter, and that is going to be incomplete. Quan Lee there on the coverage. The intended pass for Darius Moore.
Is incomplete. This brings up 3rd and 10.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Right, it's 3rd and 10. They need to get a first down. They need to get some yards here. You know, and that last drive looked great. Last drive they hit on it, but I think Buchholz may have this figured out. 3rd and long like this, I mean, there's not too many things in the playbook that will make sense, especially when you're this close to your goal line.
Buchholz looked like they wanted to blitz. Now they'll back off as Eastside changes the play. Some pressure again. Johnson rolling to his right. He's got some room, and will that be enough for a first down? Should be close. Johnson's done a nice job tonight.
Ran out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Brings up 4th.
But he is going to be short.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it gets to the point, and he doesn't have to change over there, so he didn't have the benefit of having to change, which are to the near side of the field over here by us. You know, but now you're getting into the fact of, you know, being this close to your goal line, do you go for it? I think it's smart to punt it away and live another day.
Well, during the 4th quarter of the game tonight, we're selecting our Allen Law Firm Player of the Game. Allen Law Firm, real Gator lawyers fighting for you. It's going to be a fight to see who gets that award tonight. Bunch of guys for Buchholz doing some great things. Dressel gets the punt off. That's going to settle down. Still in Eastside territory. And once again, Whittemore and his Buchholz offense will have great field position, trying to punch it in again with 4 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, you got Adrian Sermons with 2 touchdowns. Quan Lee with a touchdown and that incredible punt return for a touchdown. That was insane. I think the unsung hero in that whole group is Creed Whittemore. He's put some balls, these footballs in places that only his receivers were catching it. Beautiful balls on the run, in the pocket. Really, wide receiver committed to the University of Florida, but really doing a good job at quarterback for this Buchholz Bobcat football team.
And Whittemore still out there. Running back is Amarius Hale. Whittemore taking too long. Will be
delay a game. That coming off of a possession turnover right there, a possession that they're coming out on offense for the first time again. You just don't want to see a delay a game penalty. You have all that time over there on the sideline to get the play in, to talk to your coaches, get whatever you need to get in. And then you end up backing up 5 yards. I'm pretty sure that the coaches don't say, hey, just take a delay of game. We want to back up 5 yards.
Whittemore's going to keep, and he's going to show off his speed this time, able to get around one guy, and then a nice open field tackle there from Darian Smith-Williams. We've seen him running the ball. Now we see him with a nice tackle.
Yeah, Smith-Williams plays some linebacker, plays some running back, and that wasn't easy to do. Creed Whittemore in the open field is not an easy guy to bring down, yet he made a nice open field tackle there. And make no mistake, Eastside's got some nice athletes over there too. They've got some nice players that are actually doing a really good job here tonight. It's just that when you make a couple of mistakes and you get behind against a really good football team, sometimes it's hard to come back.
3 on the play clock. Whittemore will get it out to number 1 again. That is Sermons. Makes a nice move. Got another first down for the Bobcats, and he'll be gang tackled about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I really like this. I really like Sermons, Jeff. He's doing a fantastic job getting open. He's making some really nice moves in the open field. Catching the ball. He's winning these one-on-one matchups. This is a guy that, we talk Quan Lee and we talk about the impact he's making on the game. I think Sermon is just making as equal as an impact as Quan Lee is.
Well, Josh is making an impact down on the sidelines. He's got a special guest, so let's head down there and see who he's got.
Thanks, Jeff. Special guest indeed. The band is such a big part here in high school football. I'm here with Abby Hefner, a senior flute player for the band. And Abby, how much do you love being a part of the band here at Buchholz?
I love it so much. I come to band every single day, super excited to play music and learn. It's so great, yeah.
Music is awesome. I am a fan of music, but Abby, why do you like playing the flute so much? What's so cool about the flute?
I don't know that there's anything super cool about the flute. It's just definitely my favorite instrument. Definitely sounds the prettiest. I really love it.
And it's your last year in the band. What are you going to miss most next year, maybe not in high school band?
The football games right now, yeah.
Awesome. The band's such a big part of high school football. Jeff and Shannon, back to you guys.
He is, Josh. A lot of great memories. Gosh, from my band playing days back in the day. Shannon probably doesn't know this. I played the trumpet, man. I could get after it.
Hey, see, Jeff, you didn't know I played the alto saxophone.
How about that?
Yeah, we could make our own band.
We could. Josh probably play the jazz flute. He could take that from her and like he did an Anchorman, and we'd get after it.
A 3-man band.
It'd be pretty special.
Yeah, that would be pretty special.
Got to find a vocalist. That's certainly not me.
It's definitely not going to be me either.
Maybe one of our camera guys get after it. Those guys do such a great job.
They do, definitely.
Got Sean, Jeff, and Tony out there tonight. One of them has to admit that they can sing.
Guys, if y'all can sing, come on up. We can make some money doing this.
All right, we got Quan Lee taking the Wildcat snap this time. He's able to break away from one tackler, burst to speed again, and guess what? He's into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight, and he's done it in 3 different ways. Catching a pass, running one in, and one on special teams, and that's what makes number 7 as special as he is.
Oh, my gosh. I don't think anybody can respect of how awesome that play was. Like trying to tackle this guy, and you look at him and you see the things that he does, and you think, hey, You only see stuff like that on a video game. In, out, into the end zone, turns on the speed. And this is what makes this team so dangerous, is that you got guys on the field like the Quan Lee, like the Adrian Sermons, that could take it the distance from 80 yards, but are so incredibly hard to tackle because they're such great athletes.
Extra point by Rousseau is up and good. He has made his 6th one of the night. And the 6-foot, 175-pounder, Quan Lee, has been special.
Yeah, he's everything we built him to be, everything he's built over his career here at Buchholz. This kid is fun to watch. He really is.
An even 2 minutes until halftime here, where we'll give you some scholar athletes, give you some highlights from across the country, all brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
I'm anxious to see what Eastside does here. You got right about 2 minutes left in the half, and you know they've shown that they have big playability. They've shown that they have some playmakers out there on the edge that can get the ball into the end zone. They just need to do it at this point.
Rousseau with another really nice kick. This one all the way to the goal line. It'll be dropped and be a touchback. So Eastside will get things going. We'll see what they do with just under 2 minutes to go until the half.
This brings up 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Rams.
(42-7) lead for Buchholz. 2-0 on the season, ranked 12th in the state.
Correction, 1st and 10 at the 20.
And for all those watching, you know, Buchholz is a well-established team. They've been, you know, firing on all cylinders for years now. Well-coached staff that's really a team that's really well-coached. Got a staff that's been together for a long time. You know, but I was talking to AD Philip Crutchfield for Eastside, and listen, this program's put things back together, and they got some real guys that have really, you know, bought into the vision, bought into what this was, and they're a young team, Jeff. They don't have a whole lot of seniors. They got a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, so they're going to be a team that's going to be a problem for a lot of people here over the next couple of years.
Yeah, just got to build it back up, and that's exactly what Alex DeLeon has been able to do. False start there, though, from Eastside, so that'll back him up 5 more yards.
Yeah, we've seen some of the explosive capabilities. We've seen this offensive line. They're not getting enough credit tonight. You know, Buchholz is doing a great job gang tackling, getting them off the field tonight. But you know, over the course of the season, Eastside has put up some points. They played some good defense, and unfortunately, they're 0-2 right now because that's just the ball. It just depends on the way the ball flips. But they played some pretty good football. It's just that they're running into a juggernaut buzzsaw here tonight.
Johnson's going to throw it. He's got himself another completion. Good run there by Andre Bradford. He has been a big part of this offense tonight.
Yeah, nice button hook right there. Came back to the ball, turned upfield and got himself some yards. Nice route, nice catch, nice pitch and catch there. And that's what I'm talking about. Put more plays like that together, this offense becomes very, very formidable.
And we've got another false start, it looks like, on Eastside.
Yeah, being behind the sticks like this, giving Buchholz some extra yards, that's not the key. That's not what you want to do.
You see off in the distance there, the band's getting ready to take the field. Both bands here tonight. Should be a great halftime show.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Johnson just going to hand it off. And another big hit. We have mentioned Jakari Clemens a whole bunch tonight.
Yeah, he's been a man in that middle right there. We talked about Eastside having to run the ball. We talked about Eastside having to play that dog fight, dirty, downright dirty football where you got to get under those pads and try to get the yards the best way you can. And Evans has done a great job of stopping all that. You know what? He's probably watched the telecast. He probably watched our the keys to the game.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be that guy.
Refs trying to sort something out here with 42 seconds to go. Same amount of points that Buchholz has. Be 3rd and long here for Eastside.
So 42 seconds left. Two things you don't want. Well, the one thing you don't want to do is have a turnover this deep. It's actually 4th down here.
Well, and now I think if you're Eastside, you don't want to run a play here in your own territory and give it back to Buchholz with an opportunity to score. I think you would have to change things up and punt it at this point.
Yeah, 4th down this long to go. Maybe a 4th and 1 I can understand. But Jeff, I'm thinking that, hey, they want to try to get down here, score some points, and maybe this is what they're going to do moving forward. They just go for it on 4th down every time because you're down 35 points. Really, what else do you have to lose? Like you want to get points up on the board, and hey, here's the thing: they've shown that they can do it on 4th down. That long touchdown drive that they hit on 2 4th downs. Right, and then they had the long touchdown pass. Why not replicate it? That may be the recipe for success for them here for the rest of this game.
Well, you got 5 guys trying to figure out what down it is. And the final decision is that it's 4th down. So the clock will run. And Eastside will, in fact, do that, bring in the punt team. They're going to have to hurry, though. About 15 seconds left on the play clock, and they're trying to run a whole bunch of guys in there. There is no way they're going to get this play off, and they've already used all their timeouts.
Yeah, this is going to be a 5-yard penalty. There was a lot of confusion there. I don't think the refs knew what down it was. They thought it was 3rd down, and it goes to 4th down, and then may have shocked the coaches a little bit. And then the punt team, normally on the sideline when things happen, when you're about to punt the ball away, they'll be like punt specialists. They'll get them all in the one area. But when nobody knows what the down is, including the referees, I don't necessarily think that was all on Eastside. That might have been some on the referees because somebody might have called the wrong down, or they might have not even flipped the sticks correctly.
Jakari Kelly is going to be deep for Buchholz. He's got 1 of the 6 touchdowns tonight. Dressel just going to throw it, and he's going to throw it right to Kelly. Clock's going to sound, so Kelly's going to have to run it all the way back, and he might have a chance to. Flag comes down, though. That's usually going to be a block in the back. As Kelly inches toward the goal line, he is going to be just short, it looks like. Yeah, down about the 1-yard line. That's a heck of an effort, again, by Jakari Kelly. I mean, that guy has been sniffing the end zone all night.
He sure has. Wait, does that count as an interception?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an interception, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, if he's trying to replicate what Quan Lee's doing, Quan Lee does not have an interception for a touchdown tonight. So.
Well, these guys will talk about it again.
Jeff, I'm just like thinking out loud here. What if he would have just batted the ball down? They would have had the ball pretty close to the end zone right there. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't get why would you do that over a punt?
Yeah. Maybe just the fact of it might have been blocked. Right, they already had one blocked, and if Buchholz would have came after, it was just that thought in mind.
Well, either way, it ends our first half. Owned by the Buchholz Bobcats tonight, 42-7. They lead the Eastside Rams. We will begin our Chick-fil-A halftime report.
Nice job by Kelly. Almost getting into the end zone. That was pretty impressive all in itself.
So both teams will head to their locker rooms. There's that student section with the Aloha theme tonight. A lot of lays throughout the crowd. Both bands making their way onto the field, but just off the field, we have Josh as we send it down, and he's with the winning head coach right now, Mark Whittemore.
Thanks, Jeff. Here with Coach Whittemore. Coach, what worked for your guys in the first half here?
Well, obviously, as the score indicates, we were able to do a lot of good things offensively. Had some great field position that gave us opportunities early, and we made some really good catches in the end zone.
Obviously, the score is what you want, but what do you preach to your guys at halftime to get better and just keep on going here in the second half?
Well, in a game like this, it's going to give us an opportunity to get some of our depth in, and they get an opportunity to kind of show what they can do in a game situation, a rival situation. So they're going to be excited about that.
Awesome, Coach. Best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Jeff and Shannon, back to you guys.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. So, Coach Whittemore's Bobcats up 42-7, and as he indicated, we'll see some other guys in the second half, but a great first half it was here on Friday Night Rivals.
Press box in the orange shorts.
Okay, I see her in the black top.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So she sits right up there. That's Brittany Davis. There's a couple.
Buchholz with a big lead here at the half. Our Chick-fil-A halftime report continues. Please don't forget, winning isn't everything, but eating chicken is. Chick-fil-A. All right, some great members of the band down there on the field, some great student athletes all around, and really tough to pick the best of the best, but each week we have to. So here is our scholar athlete from Eastside, Darius Moore.
3 years of varsity soccer. He enjoys playing sports regardless of which sport it is. Darius shines academically as well with a 4.9 GPA. He's a member of the National Honor Society, Key Club, and also the math team. His college goal is to study anesthesiology at the University of Florida, and in his free time he volunteers to help younger kids at the Legacy Soccer Academy. This All-Star's now entered for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Congratulations to the Fine Farcash and Parla Piano Scholar Athlete of the Week, Darius Moore.
All right, great job, Darius. Congratulations on that big award. Let's send it down to Josh, who is with Eastside's principal, Leroy Williams.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm here with Principal Williams, principal of Eastside High School. And Mr. Williams, how cool is this atmosphere, getting all the fans back and just a rivalry game for the kids? I mean, how awesome is that?
It's a great atmosphere. It's just great to be back, and our kids just enjoy this experience. You know, with the pandemic has had us down, and so now anytime you play a city rival, it's always going to be fun. So I'm just so happy for our students, our parents, and just for the community.
Hopefully this experience is kind of carried over into the school year. How's the school year been going for you guys over at EHS?
The school year is going great. Eastside is the best side. The atmosphere is great. You know, we have all of our students. We have a magnet program with our IB. We have culinary arts, medical skills. All of our students are excited to be back. Our staff is awesome. Our teachers are awesome. And it's just good to have students back on campus.
And for those of you that don't know, it's Mr. Williams' first year as principal. We were kind of talking earlier about his first year, but kind of you want to let everyone know, how's that been going, your first year as principal?
Listen, it's a lot of moving targets, but at the end of the day, it's fun. It's all about the kids, that learning atmosphere, and we're just excited. I'm excited. I've been at Eastside for several years, serving the capacity as assistant principal. We have just a resilient staff and faculty and students, and it's a very diverse setting. There's no other side like Eastside, I can tell you that.
That's awesome. Great stuff happening at Eastside. Mr. Williams, we wish you the best as your time as principal at Eastside. Jeff and Shannon, back up to you guys.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. And Principal Williams is right. Very diverse bunch there at Eastside, doing some great things there. IB programs. It's a pretty special place. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with our Chick-fil-A halftime report with more after this. You're watching the Chick-fil-A halftime report. Do the wave, eat the chicken. We welcome you back. Buchholz up 42-7. And they've got a guy that we'll probably see this half, their backup quarterback, Jimmy Sino. He is a senior, and he is also their Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Fine Farcash and Parla Piano is proud to present the Scholar Athlete of the Week. Jimmy Sino of Buchholz High School is a 3-year varsity letterman who's part of Buchholz football leadership. He also coaches junior varsity football and game plans for each week's opposing team. With a GPA of 4.5, Jimmy is a member of the Academic Honor Roll and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Jimmy also qualified to compete in DECA at the state level. As a volunteer, Jimmy applies what he's learned on the field by mentoring young athletes in his area and coaching youth football teams. Jimmy hopes to one day coach at the professional level and enjoy spending his free time with his parents and sister. This All-Star is now entered for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Congratulations to the Fine Farcash and Parla Piano Scholar Athlete of the Week, Jimmy Sino.
Well, congratulations, Jimmy. He was talked about by Mark Whittemore before the game. Just a program guy, a guy that's done so much for this place, and feels really happy to have him a part of this program. All right, back to the field we go as Kevin Purvis, the principal of Buchholz High School, is joined by Josh.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, here with Principal Purvis. And Principal Purvis, how cool is this atmosphere? I mean, just getting everyone back for a rivalry game.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're 100% capacity. You can see the stands. Our student section's crazy. The Golden Cats, the Golden Regiment. It is exciting to have high school football back full steam ahead.
Now the football side we just covered. How about scholastically? How's school been going with students and everyone getting back? It seems like it's been going well.
Yeah, it's going really well. Kids are ready to get back. A little normalcy in their lives. Teachers are ready to have them back in person as well. And so we're ready to achieve and raise the achievement level all the time. We're excited.
Yeah, and it's been an awesome atmosphere here and a great game so far. And we got Bill Allen to present our Friday Night Rivals Allen Law Firm check of the game. So I'll let Bill come over here.
Hey, Principal Purvis. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, just on behalf of Allen Law Firm and all the great folks and firms that are involved with the Friday Night Rivals program, we are pleased to present you and Buchholz High School with this check for $500. Congrats.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, again, a great thing that Bill Allen is doing there, and congratulations to Buchholz High School tonight and Kevin Purvis and that $500 check. His Bobcats are up 42-7. We'll take a break, come back with more of our Chick-fil-A halftime report right after this. Okay, highlights. Be ready for highlights. We're just going live. It's halftime here at Citizens Field. You're watching the Chick-fil-A halftime report. Do the wave, eat the chicken. Been all Buchholz so far, 42-7 lead, so that means they've put the ball in the end zone a whole bunch of times. There's been that guy, number 2, Creed Whittemore, doing his thing.
They call it area code 227, number 2 to number 7. Quan Lee, fantastic job. We talked about Quan Lee at the beginning of how good he was, but then we got other guys that got involved here. You know, you got Adrian Sermons, I'm sorry, and then we got Jakari Kelly. These guys have been a majority of this offense tonight, looked good. And here you see Sermons going up, taking that high ball off that fade right there. Really good player. Not going to be overshadowed by Quan Lee. And then you see the guy who I think is an unsung hero, Creed Whittemore, really putting it right on the dime right there to Jakari Kelly, putting them up 28-0. And then you see Quan Lee with the wiggle, inside, outside, being the playmaker that he is, putting himself on board for another 6 points.
Yeah, Lee's got a touchdown catch, a touchdown run, and a special teams punt return. So that's why Buchholz is up 42-7. We'll take another break, come back with the second half right after this. Sure.
Check 1, 2, 3. Chick-fil-A.
Our Chick-fil-A halftime report continues, and this time with Chick-fil-A as the main theme. We go back down to the sidelines now. We've got some special guests ready to move for some Chick-fil-A.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we got that Chick-fil-A cow moo. Remember to eat more chicken. I'm joined by Makai, Malcolm, and Ivory. Makai, can I get your best moo there?
Moo!
How about you, Malcolm?
Moo!
And last but not least, Ivory.
Moo!
There you go. There's the Chick-fil-A cow moo. I don't think I could have done better myself. Back to you, Jeff and Shannon.
All right, Josh, thank you. Yeah, Makai crushed it. He was good. So congratulations on all three of them mooing like the Chick-fil-A cow.
I mean, who wouldn't move for some Chick-fil-A?
I don't know.
I mean,
a lot I would do for Chick-fil-A.
You know, there's a lot I wouldn't do for Chick-fil-A, but I don't know that list. So, because I love me some Chick-fil-A.
So both teams huddling up, just a couple of minutes left on the halftime clock, and the aforementioned Jimmy Sino, who is the scholar athlete for Buchholz, starting to warm up. So it looks like that's going to be it for Creed Whittemore. Also, Buchholz has a sophomore quarterback that they really like, Alan Means, 6'1", 165-pounder. He's starting to warm up as well. So we'll see a couple of different quarterbacks doing their thing. And, you know, as Coach Whittemore mentioned, Shannon, right before the half there, this is an opportunity now to show off his depth. They've got a lot of guys in this program that are, you know, buying some time. We see that with college programs across the country. And, you know, these guys practice just as hard. They go through all the workouts. They're up at 6 a.m. going and doing everything like the regular guys. So an opportunity for them to do their thing.
Yeah, it's important because, you know, some of your senior leadership, they're going to leave next year. Quan Lee, as much as fun as I had, you know, calling his name tonight and seeing what he was doing, you know, he will be at the University of Central Florida next year. You know, there will be guys in this program that will move on, and it's time to give some of these guys that have been sitting behind them and have been waiting their turn to give them some play, especially in a game of this magnitude. Give them some play time and get them prepared for what's going to be coming down the road. And also on the other side, you know, Eastside needs to come out and think about this game like being 0-0, right? That first half is behind them. You know, you're down 35 points, but don't look at the scoreboard at this point. You want to go out and execute as if the score is 0-0 and really put some good offense out there, play some good defense, and play and win the second half. That is the ideal thing. Win the second half and have a good showing right now.
The bands start to make their way back to the grandstands. Overcast night, but nice and breezy here in Gainesville. Hopefully that fall weather is starting to become closer and closer to us.
Yeah, you know, every winter I say, hey, I'm ready for the heat. I'm never ready for the heat, Jeff. I lie to myself when I say that. But you're right. There's a nice breeze in the air. You could tell that the season's starting to change. We're going to be up here on fall here pretty soon.
Yeah, you do.
There's those Rams right there. Look, they're still fired up. They're ready. Hey, 0-0. Come out, play your kind of football, hit some passes, hit some runs, and get yourself on the board with some points.
And they will get the ball to start off the second half. And we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments are made. That's always big. Always intrigued to see what teams can come up with, the things that they do to fix what they didn't do well. And an opportunity for Eastside to take some positives out of the night.
Yeah, you talk about, you know, the phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams. Well, there is also the phase of the game of first half adjustments into the second half because it gives the coaches the opportunity to talk things over, gives them the opportunity to discuss what might have went right or wrong with the players. And a lot of times games are won in the second half because of those halftime adjustments. Right now, I mean, the fact is that this game is well in hand by Buchholz, but Eastside has the opportunity to come out and really change the narrative of what happened in that first half.
So Reed Russo, who has been kicking off a lot tonight, will do it again to start off the second half. Same two deep for Eastside. Andre Bradford has been a big factor in that return game tonight. Holden Johnson back there as well.
Yeah, I like Bradford. He's done some pretty good things on offense with the football when he's had the opportunities. He had a couple of times in the kicking game where he could have done some stuff. I kind of look forward to seeing him getting the ball a little bit more here in the second half.
So Russo ready to go, and we are getting going here in the second half. It will be Bradford. And that ball will be down at about the 12-yard line. So not exactly what Eastside wanted to get this thing going, but we'll see Holden Johnson run out there. One touchdown pass tonight, a big fourth down conversion for Eastside, and we'll see if they can build on that.
Yeah, a lot of broken tackles there. Got into the end zone. Didn't make it wasn't a shutout in the first half. That's encouraging. It's exactly what you want to see. They need to build off of what they did well on that drive and try to get themselves some points here on this drive, the first drive of the second half. And you really see the incredible depth that Buchholz has. Most of the guys on defense are new right now.
And they continue to do the same thing. Run stoppers right there as Eastside tries to run up the gut. And four different Buchholz defenders right there.
So it feels good if you're Mark Whittemore and you're in spring football and this is what you have replacing. You got guys that play to a high level, and you're replacing them because they had the opportunity to see the guys like the Quan Lees and the Sermons and the Creed Whittemores play. They want to emulate that behavior, and they want to win too.
Kevin Bradley gets a little anxious, so that'll be offsides for Buchholz. And Bradley will now head to the sidelines.
Offsides against the Bobcats.
And the leash is a little bit shorter. If you're coming in the second half as a guy that's backing up and you make a mistake, coach is a little bit less lenient on you. You haven't had the opportunities to showcase, and when you showcase the penalty, it's not the greatest thing.
Johnson back to pass. He'll get pressured. He's trying to run around, see if somebody will do something. Now he'll just chuck it and hit one of the Buchholz coaches in the face. Heads up.
And listen, you know, offensive line's done a good job with protection. You know, they've rushed forward most of the night, Buchholz has. They've held up in protection. Just Holden Johnson just can't find anybody. He's been looking for his guys, and they're having a difficult time winning on the edge. And that just goes to the testament that Buchholz has some really good athletes that can cover in space, that can do a lot of different things that help this football team.
You know, it's kind of like the ugly finder what we see in baseball. If you're in the dugout and a foul ball's hit over there and it gets you, then that's finds the ugly guy.
Well,
that's football's version right there, I guess.
I guess the baseball would have hit me. Jeez.
They're going to call that intentional grounding on Johnson, so it'll be loss of down.
Yeah, I don't think that ball, did it cross the line of scrimmage? Because he was outside the pocket. There was clearly nobody in the air. Matter of fact, there was nobody on that side of the field past the hash mark. Well, not the ideal situation coming out of half, your first drive. Got to put something together here. Got to try to get a first down. Or maybe hit one of those big passes like they did in the first half. That'll be much easier.
Johnson looks to the sidelines. He's got Darian Smith-Williams back there in the backfield with him. Johnson will come, another slant pattern, and that one is complete again. That has been their biggest offensive weapon tonight. Buchholz has not been able to defend that play. Another nice throw and catch.
Yeah, nice slant pattern. That's what I'm talking about. Move them chains. Got themselves in a nice position. Took a nice slant pattern right there. Got himself a first down.
Darius Moore, who caught the touchdown, able to catch that one as well.
Yeah, Moore's making some big plays, and maybe that's who you need to get the ball to. That's a guy that's really looking to score again.
They'll flip it out there, wide open receiver this time, and some positive yardage. Nice catch there for Mike Williams. And that is consecutive first downs brought to you by Campus USA. Make Campus USA Credit Union part of your financial game plan.
There you go, Eastside. Moving that ball. Hitting some slant passes, hitting some out passes. That's the kind of offense you want to see. Mike Williams getting up the field. And now you see that they're really hitting these passes. You see Holden Johnson getting his guys open. He's putting the ball on the money. He's a pretty decent quarterback.
They'll go deep this time, a post pattern, and that ball is going to be picked off, a little bit underthrown. And Buchholz will have a flag coming in, but that's Jackson Bruce back there, the strong safety, getting the pick.
I just talked about Holden Johnson, and I've jinxed him. That was my fault, Holden. I'm sorry, buddy. That ball hung in the air for a while. Great safety play right there. Safety played the ball. He has every right to the ball, just like the wide receiver. Made a nice play on it. Great ball skills. Took it and got the turnover for Buchholz.
It's going to be a hold on the return, so that's going to back Buchholz up. Yeah, Johnson just underthrew that one a little bit.
Yeah,
guy open.
Yeah, there was a lot of problems there. Look, he let that ball hang a little bit too much. Had he put a little bit more air under it, a little bit more direct, that could have been a really big play. And as bad as an interception is, or throwing an interception, there was some promise. He had him one-on-one, and had he not underthrown that could have been reservations for 6 there, Jeff. But an underthrown ball, defender makes a great play. Buchholz ball.
Well, back the Bobcats up to the 20-yard line. And with the running clock, we are already at the water break mark. Halfway through the third quarter. So as they take that, we'll step aside as well. Buchholz will get the ball for the first time here with a new quarterback in the second half. You're watching the Allen Law Firm Friday Night Rivals. Well, it's time for our second half Pavlik Orthodontics Smile Cam. Pavlik Orthodontics, go ahead and smile. Those Buchholz students have a lot of smiling to do as their team is up 42-7. Bobcats will take possession offensively for the first time here in the second half with a new quarterback. It is our scholar athlete Jimmy Sino, and he will throw a quick hitter and have about a 4-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, anxious to see the future of Buchholz. We saw, the first stringers in the first half and what they did and how effective they were putting 42 points up on the board. But now it's time to look at the future of what this Bobcat offense can be, and I think that's super important for Coach Mark Whittemore because he needs to know. He needs to see them in real-time game reps.
It was Quentin Cutler with the reception. Now the handoff right up the gut. You got some guys running really hard.
Yeah, rugby. That's exactly what it looked like. They had him running down the field in a big old scrum.
Amarius Hale there. We'll see if Buchholz can extend this drive. There haven't been a lot of long drives. They've had a lot of big plays, but during the fourth quarter of the game tonight, we'll be highlighting your local Honda dealer's drive of the game. Good drive up the gut there. That's Hale again.
Brought down to the 38-yard line. Bringing up 2nd and 4.
Gain of 6 on the play. They'll give it to him. And Hale will be stopped this time. Nice play by a couple of Eastside defenders.
Got to give my boys from Buchholz, the offensive line, got to give them a shout out. Ira Warren, I'm sorry, John McDonough, Taylor McGribb, Brady Barnes, Nevazion Burney, and Avion Smith. Those guys, they have their own Twitter account.
How about that?
The Buchholz offensive line has their own Twitter account. I can respect that.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I really can. As an offensive lineman, you're not supposed to get called a lot, but I'll call you guys out on Twitter. How's that?
There's another nice throw. And Sino will find the same man he found before, Quentin Cutler, for a first down.
Yeah, Sino and Cutler, it seems to be like a nice little connection right there. Cutler seems to be his guy, and Cutler's got that same kind of wiggle. Another athlete out there that's catching the ball, making moves in space, and getting yardage. That's just encouraging to see if you're Coach Mark Whittemore.
Cutler, just 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. Well, you can see the speed. Sino roll to his right this time, and nice throw and nice catch. This time, Nate Munchik, sophomore, will haul it in after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, you got to like the arm on Sino. Like, that was a bullet. He put that on the run. Very accurate with it. That's just great when Whittemore goes on off to college next year. That's what you have, and that's encouraging to see.
Correction. 46-yard line.
That gets the Bobcats across midfield. And Sino will hand it off right up the middle. Hale with a huge run, but drops the ball, and that's going to be recovered by Eastside. So Hale, after about 20 yards of not getting touched, the second he gets touched, he lays the ball down on the field, and that's going to be recovered by Charlie Sawyer of Eastside.
That's what I'm talking about, Eastside. Nice hit. Put that helmet right on the ball. You're going to see him coming right up the gut and bang, right on that ball. Lets that ball go. And listen, big hits like that, sometimes you can't hold on to it as much as you want to. Eastside with a nice hit, nice fumble recovery, and gives their offense nice position.
Well, later in the broadcast tonight, we'll feature our Allen Law Firm protecting the house defensive stop of the game. Allen Law Firm, real Gator lawyers fighting for you. Timeout Eastside. 2:23 remaining here in the third quarter, and we will take a break as well. Eastside will take possession when we come back here on Friday Night Rivals. Okay. Well, during the fourth quarter of the game tonight, we'll be selecting our Allen Law Firm Player of the Game. Allen Law Firm, real Gator lawyers fighting for you.
And Jeff, they had the guy was smiling into the camera who I think might be a spoiler alert.
A little teaser.
A little bit of a teaser.
All right, here goes Eastside. Running it right up the gut. And good job again by the middle of that Bobcat D-line as those youngsters starting to get in. That's Jamari Chisholm.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Chisholm, and that's the same thing we saw in the first half by the guys that were starting. That gang tackling. We're talking about coaching. We're talking about Coach Mark Whittemore and his staff. They teach gang tackling, and even the backups, the third string guys, the guys that are coming along, those are the guys that are doing the same things.
Buchholz antsy again. They're on first down.
I love that hard count as offensive lineman. You get defensive lineman to jump in the neutral zone, give yourself some free 5 yards. Now, if you're Buchholz, you definitely you don't want to see that, right? You're in the position. You're up 42-7. Penalties are like double negatives at this point because you want to play mistake-free football, get out of this game, injury-free. Penalties are not what you want at this point in the game.
Well, and how much though does that actually do anything? If you're a D lineman, obviously you're there as an offensive lineman trying to stop him. You're not moving. But what are D linemen trying to achieve by getting that extra head start?
Well, it's important because whoever gets off on the snap first, Jeff, normally wins the battle. It's about trying to gain leverage, get under your opponent's pads, and whoever basically touches whoever first, that's an important part of the game. For an offensive lineman, get your hands on the defender to try to control him. And for a defensive lineman, the opposite, the same thing, trying to get your hands on the defender and trying to control him. Sometimes that's the only way you slow down a defender as an offensive lineman is to try to manipulate the snap count to get him to jump offside. A free 5 yards is great.
We have a horse collar being called on that run by Holden Bishop, so that's going to get Eastside across midfield now. We'll hand it off. Good spin move to break away from a couple of tackles, and a nice gain on first down from Darian Smith-Williams.
There's our guy we talked about in the top of the telecast, getting himself some yards. Nice spin move right there. He hit the circle button himself, got a nice spin move, got some yards, and you see Eastside now. They're on the move. They're showing you exactly what they did, and they scored scored quite a few points the last couple of weeks. They just, like I said, they ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw tonight, a defense that was really, really stout. But now they're on the move, and it's good to see for them as a team.
Yeah, the only thing that can slow them down is the clock, and it hits 0. So that means we go to quarter number 4. We'll come back and see how this thing wraps up. It's Friday Night Rivals presented by the Allen Law Firm. Okay. Defensive play of the game.
Okay.
52.
Okay.
Jahari Clemens.
Football fans, if you own a silver Honda Accord with the plate number LPW Q38, you must move your car. You are currently blocking other cars. Thank you.
Drive of the game is just the long touchdown.
Quanley. Okay.
We're going right into the defensive stop of the game. Well, the Bobcat defense has only given up 7 points tonight, so we now go to our Allen Law Firm protecting the house defensive stop of the game. Allen Law Firm, Real Gator lawyers fighting for you, and there is number 52.
Yeah, Jahari Clemens, nice sack right there on Holden Johnson. They've been giving Johnson fits all night, but we've seen Jahari Clemens quite a bit, and he's done just a great job in that middle.
Johnson tries to go deep this time, and that one is broken up. Good job on defense by Ian Hubbard.
Another one of those guys out there on the edge, Jeff, that are just making plays. Made a great play on the ball right there. Good ball skills, and this is good. Seeing the future, seeing exactly what Buchholz has to offer. Same reason that they're ranked so highly in the state this early in the year is because they just keep great athletes, great people that make plays on the ball, people that help this football team.
Johnson back to pass again. He's going to go to try deep the other way this time way overthrown by about 5 yards or so. That one intended for Jalen Carter.
Yeah, it looks like Carter had something there. He got behind the defender a little bit. It's just, Holden Johnson, he's been a little bit erratic here over the last couple of minutes. And you got to give him credit. I mean, he's put a lot of passes on the money. Hasn't had, his receivers hadn't won all the battles tonight, but he's done a decent job. It's just a couple overthrown balls that he's going to work on this week, and I'm sure he'll hit those moving forward.
That'll bring up 4th down now. 4 wide receivers for Johnson. He'll go to the left. He'll try that same thing that's been successful all night. And guess what? It works again. Another nice throw from Johnson. This one complete to Daniel Fudge. And it'll be 1st down Eastside.
Wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, if it's working, if you keep going to the well, it's still working. Just keep going to it. At this point, they're going to be passing for the rest of the game. There's not going to be too much running. So that slant pass seems to be one of the weaknesses that Buchholz has.
That's another Cruz Davis Dental 1st down. Smile with pride. Johnson looking to the right this time, but he's going to get sandwiched. A couple of Buchholz defenders close in on what was an open pocket.
Yeah, number 42, Thomas Weinhardt right there. First guy to hit him. Got himself a sack. You also got number 58 there, Jalen Watson.
2nd down and 10.
As a defender, you hate the split sack, but you get half a sack for each if each guy's there.
Handoff once again to Darren Smith-Williams.
Yeah, Smith-Williams still running hard, and this is what I'm loving seeing about this Eastside team. They're still playing hard. At this point in the game, if you're down this much, you think, hey, why don't I just give up or just think about what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night or the weekend? Eastside guys are still playing their butts off. They're still moving, and they're moving the ball. They're down deep in their territory now, and they want to put some points up on the board. They don't want to go home with just 7 points.
Johnson gets the snap, hands it off to Smith-Williams. Maneuvering his way through the middle of the Buchholz defense. He'll cross the 30-yard line. So a nice drive here from Eastside. Well, we mentioned a lot about Mark Whittemore tonight. Of course, Creed Whittemore is the quarterback. We see Trent Whittemore on Saturdays for the Florida Gators running around wide receiver. And maybe the best athlete in the entire family is now joining Josh down on the sidelines. Here's Josh with Missy Whittemore.
Yeah, Jeff, maybe one of the biggest football moms in the country, Missy Whittemore. And Missy, how cool is it just being here? You got your husband who's the coach. You got your 3rd youngest son who is playing it as the quarterback, playing a great game. Then you have 2 other sons playing college and one more that's a great golfer. I mean, you can't make that up.
It's a lot of fun. I think I have to try to really slow down with our oldest being in what is presumably his last year playing. It's caused me to kind of slow down this year and try to really appreciate it because I'm starting to realize how fast it really goes.
And then how cool is it? You got 2 of your sons, or 3 actually, but one playing at UF and then another here at Buchholz. do they come home a lot for dinner, your other son, or do they try to snatch away from you?
Every once in a while, we'll catch him on a Sunday when he has a little time after a game. But we're really blessed that Trent's right here in town, so we still get to see a lot of him playing. Obviously, we get to see Creed, and Luke's not too far away. So we'll be headed to Troy tomorrow, actually, to get to see him play.
That's awesome. And for those that you don't know, Missy is a color for UF Women's Volleyball. So you got a break from that, obviously, tonight. But how cool is it being on that side and then as a fan now right here?
Yeah, I think the volleyball thing has been so fun because it's allowed me to stay involved in a game that I really enjoy at a super high level and watch these girls who, there are just some amazing athletes in this day and age playing that sport. And so it's been a really fun way for me to stay involved in a game that I love.
It's awesome. One of the coolest families here in the Gainesville area, the Whitmore family. Thanks a lot, Missy. Back to you, Jeff and Shannon.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. Missy is tremendous, and to produce those types of athletes is pretty special. And I think there's no denying she might be the one that made all those athletes happen, because she was a fine one herself at the University of Florida as a volleyball player.
Yeah, she sure was. You talk about a family full of just absolutely amazing athletes and good players and even good people. You know, that's just that is the American dream right there.
Johnson with a post pattern, trying to hit Williams in the end zone. That one a little bit overthrown. Darren Smith-Williams, who has been the workhorse tonight for Eastside, was injured on the previous play. Luckily, he was able to bounce up and make his way off the field.
Yeah, Jeff, he played a lot of football tonight. He's played both ways. I don't think I've seen him come off the field. If he wasn't playing offense, he was playing middle linebacker on defense. Made some plays, made some tackles, got himself some rushing yards. So he is one of the heart and soul guys on that team.
Yeah, you can see all the Eastside jerseys and pants, just all white. But you look down at Smith-Williams, and it's dark.
Yeah, you thought he
worked hard tonight.
Yeah, you think he'd be playing for Buchholz. Buchholz with the dark uniforms, and he has worked hard tonight. He was he's the guy that we highlighted at the beginning of the telecast that needed to get going, and you know they ran into a really, really tough defense, and you know just not tonight for him. But he's such a good look at that uniform. I mean, goodness gracious, he's a man that needs a Gatorade.
Yeah, good to see him back in, and he's going to get that Gatorade because it is a water break time here at Citizens Field. We'll take a break. We will come back and see how this thing wraps up. Just over 6 minutes to go here on Friday Night Rivals. No, I'm good. Doing the drive of the game. It's time for our look at your local Honda dealer's drive of the game, and it wasn't much of a drive, but it was certainly a big play.
Jeff, it's my area code 227 bomb right there. Number 2 to number 7, Quan Lee. Whittemore to Quan Lee, that's been the connection all night, and Quan Lee showed that athleticism. Whittemore put it right on the dime. That's our drive of the game.
65-yard touchdown pass to Quan Lee to get things going. One of 4 touchdown passes tonight for Creed Whittemore. So again, that is your local Honda dealer's drive of the game. Eastside on a nice drive here. That one in and out of the hands of Smith-Williams. So now it's going to be 4th down for him. They have converted on several tonight. We'll see if they can get this one. They'll try Smith-Williams again, but that one's off of his right hand. Probably been a couple of yards short anyway. And Williams continues to cramp up, but that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was a hard-working man. Now listen, this early in the season, guys are going to cramp. We know that. We've seen it. But Smith-Williams, he came out to play because he had some cramping earlier. He's cramping up now. He's just played a lot of plays. He's probably played over 70 some odd plays a night, and it's just what it is.
We'll take one final break and be right back here on Friday Night Rivals. Okay, player of the game. It's time for tonight's Allen Law Firm Player of the Game. Allen Law Firm, real Gator lawyers fighting for you, and maybe the biggest no-brainer of the night. How about the night for Quan Lee?
Yeah, Mr. Electricity himself. Look, he took one to the house on a punt return. His punt return, electric. Had a rushing touchdown. That first bomb of the game to him for that that passing touchdown. This guy's unbelievable. I can't believe, that UCF is getting such a gem. Next year, I'm going to miss seeing him and what he did. And young man needs a smile. Go ahead, I want to see those gold in his mouth. We can get this camera behind him.
Yeah, guy that works really, really hard, even off the field. He's started his own business himself. He works hard. He grinds, and he's going to be special to watch the rest of the year. All right, another new quarterback for Buchholz now is a sophomore. Alan Means will get the opportunity. He'll hand it off. And a good, strong run there up the middle on first down for Buchholz.
I mean, Jeff, we've seen a bunch of new people. Just the crazy amount of depth that this place has, that the Buchholz Bobcats have is just absolutely incredible. As we see Quan Lee right there, that guy just phenomenal player. But we got guys that need to replace him going into next year, and the depth on this squad is just unreal.
A couple of guys to the right, Nate Munchik and David Schmidt out there, but they'll go to the left, and there's that little speedster again. We have called his name several times. Quentin Cutler showing what he can do, and he gets across midfield for another first down.
Jeff, when you're 5'7", 145, people can hardly see you. When you're hiding behind big old bodies, big old offensive linemen, and when you're fast, it's even hard to catch you. That's a recipe for success. Nice run, nice job getting it on the pitch and taking it down the field for a nice first down there.
Means in the shotgun. He'll have Cutler back there with him. And they'll pitch it to Cutler. Wants to go inside, then back outside, cuts it back inside. And a nice tackle there from the big fella. Ira Warren's done a nice job on defense tonight for Eastside.
Yeah, he has, playing from that nose tackle position. He's really been stout in there. He's done everything he could to stop this Buchholz running game. Made some really good plays, one or two lost yardage plays, but has himself about 6 or 7 tackles now at the nose tackle spot, which is a position that doesn't have a lot of tackles, so he's doing a really good job in there.
Marius Hale back in there at running back. Snap is fumbled, but Hale will pick it up, and he's still running hard. How about that?
Ooh.
Good chunk of about 6 yards to make it 3rd and short.
Mary Hill's like, I'm not going to be left out. He wants to get himself a touchdown. He's seen, Quan Lee get himself one, Jakari Kelly, Adrian Sermons. He's like, you know what? I want my touchdown too.
That'll make it 3rd and 1. And Hale will get it again. And can't spin away from the tackle. Nice tackle there by Eastside, and that is Tyler Brooks, the senior.
Yeah, Tyler Brooks playing both ways. Left guard on offense, played some defensive tackle, made a nice tackle for a lost yardage, and no gain right there.
He just sliced right through that offensive line.
He sure did.
So that's going to be 4th down in about a yard, and that ball's on the ground, and that ball's going to be recovered by Eastside. So Eastside again with a big 4th down stand. They've done that a couple of times tonight, and they'll take over with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, give it up to Eastside. I said at half that this was a 0-0 game. Guess what, Jeff? If the score was erased and it only began in the second half, it's still 0-0. So Eastside's out here playing for pride, and they're doing a great job defensively. They made some adjustments. They made some adjustments to counteract what Buchholz was doing, and you know what? They're putting together some really good film, some really good defensive film here. Now let's see if they can get down there and score some points before the game's over.
So Eastside will take over. Holden Johnson still in there at quarterback. He'll hand it off to a new guy this time, as Chris Bishop will get back in there. Short gain there on 1st down, as the clock hits 2 minutes to go.
That's nice that both teams walk away from this game with some stuff that they can build upon. I think the offensive line did a good job in protection, even as they're doing right now. Offensive line did a really good job of protection. Just need to get some receivers open, win some battles. For Buchholz, it's like they got to accentuate the penalty situation. They got some penalties that were not typical of them. They got their backup some time in, so they're going to get some film time and some coaching up on that. But both teams are going to move forward. They're going to build on this and see how they do throughout the rest of the season.
Johnson's pass there, a pinball off of the hands of Bradford, and then a Buchholz defender. That'll make it 3rd down now. And false start. Jalen Watson saying, "What you guys doing?"
Yeah, you guys are supposed to move. Listen,
am I the only one to do that?
As an offensive lineman, you're the only guy that moves. You can't yell at everybody else. That doesn't fly.
Under a minute to go now. 3rd and long. Johnson steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. Big sack there by Thomas Weinhardt. Sophomore has made an impression here in the second half.
Yeah, that's his second sack of the second half. We're talking about a guy that's going to end up replacing some of the guys that play on defense, that do such a great job for this Buchholz defense, the Jahari Clemens and Colson Orth, who we talked about a couple of times tonight. He's got himself 2 sacks on the board.
So 4th down, 10 seconds to go. This should do it. Johnson steps up in the pocket, trying to scramble away, and he's not going to make it. Another tackle, Jamari Chisholm, that time is going to seal the deal on this one. And nobody scores in the second half, but a big first half for the Buchholz Bobcats. Their first team offense puts up 42 points, and they beat Eastside tonight 42-7. So the Bobcats now 3-0 on the season.
Yeah, great team win. A lot of offense for them in the first half. They did what they were supposed to do and came away with a really, really good win.
So there you see the winning head coach, Mark Whittemore. He will be down with Josh and the rest of his team getting some hardware tonight as the Buchholz Bobcats win it 42-7. We'll come back and wrap things up from Citizens Field right after this. Easy enough. No problem. We battled through. Good job on you guys. Hopefully I can beat all this damn traffic out of here.
I know. Which way you go, left or right?
I try to park really close, so I probably just turn right to get out, and then
yeah, I normally
get back around.
I'm able to make a U-turn to get out that way.
You want to get the post-game comments of Shannon now? Big victory tonight for the Buchholz Bobcats. They beat Eastside 42-7. They're celebrating right in front of the band there. It was a good job by both of these bands, too. A lot of energy in Citizens Field tonight, Milton Lewis Stadium, and certainly fun to be a part of Friday Night Rivals always, Shannon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a game that was 42-7, but this is a rivalry game. I think both sides had some really, really good fun. They were able to expound upon what they were able to do maybe next week and moving forward throughout the season. So very exciting Bobcat squad and Eastside. We're going to watch them grow throughout the season.
Well, Josh is down there amongst the bunch of Bobcats, so we will talk with him and the winning head coach, Whittemore, right now.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, here with Coach Whittemore. Coach, dominating win tonight. I mean, how proud are you guys, and what'd you like tonight?
Well, I love the way that we play. We played Bobcat football, and first win for a city championship. That's what we're after.
Great way to win in a rival fashion. It's my pleasure to present you with the Week 3 Friday Night Rivals Champion Trophy. Congrats, guys.
Always fun to see the kids celebrating and having a good time, and a lot of smiles on that Buchholz sideline. Again, Creed Whittemore, 4 touchdowns tonight. Adrian Sermons caught a couple of them. Quan Lee, our player of the game, caught one, ran one in, ran one back for a punt. And how about Jakari Kelly? He was really good as well.
Definitely.
Well, next week, another big one for you. I know Shannon's looking forward to this one.
I am excited about this one.
Heading to Newberry, where Hawthorne will take on the Newberry Panthers. That should be a defensive battle and a whole lot of fun next Friday night.
Yeah, Jeff, that was game 1 of last year, and it was a barn burner. I expect the same thing next week at Newberry, which is going to be hosting it this year.
Well, great job tonight by all of our crew. Sean, Jeff, Tony, the camera guys, Carl, Caleb, everybody contributing did a mighty fine special job, as they always do. And again, we thank all of you for watching tonight as the Buchholz Bobcats win it 42-7. For Shannon Snell and Josh Miller on the sidelines, I am Jeff Cardozo. We'll talk to you next week from Newberry.
Thank you to our valued sponsor partners who make this telecast of Friday Night Rivals possible. Allen Law Firm, your local Honda dealer, Chick-fil-A, and the law offices of Fine, Farkash, and Parlapiano. Also, thank you to our great sponsor supporters, Campus USA Credit Union, Cruz Davis Dental, West Shore Home, Bounds Heating and Air, Sonny's Barbecue, Pavlik Orthodontics, Skyfrog Tree Service, and Comfort Temp Heating and Air. And a special thanks to tonight's participating high schools for their continued support.